Hey guys, this is Jerry, welcome to the channel. Today we're driving the 2024 Subaru Solterra. This particular vehicle is the first brand new electric vehicle that's available under the Subaru brand. This is the right-hand drive New Zealand version, and this is the top spec version. We're going to have a quick walk around and test drive this vehicle to see how it feels. First thing, let's have a look outside. In terms of pricing, the Subaru Solterra in New Zealand starts at $79,990 plus ORC. This particular higher trim is priced at $84,990 plus ORC. If you're looking to purchase one, do not forget to contact Winger Subaru Greenlane. I'll leave all the contact details down below. From outside, this vehicle looks like a mid to large size SUV. We are getting about 4.69 meters long in terms of length and over 1.8 meters width, with a wheelbase around 2.85 meters. This is the same size as you can tell from the Toyota BZ4X, which I test drove earlier, so check the link on the top if you wish to check the Toyota test drive videos. At the front, looks very identical to the Toyota vehicle. No grille, just the intake underneath, Subaru logo and the camera. 360 cameras available on this vehicle. On the side, we have the EV charging port, so Type 2 and CCS. Supports up to 150 kilowatts of charging. That means 20 to 80% should be around 30 minutes. In terms of the alloys, the base model will have 18, where this higher spec gets 20-inch alloys. There's quite a lot of black trims around the vehicle, the spoiler, the small spoiler piece, the black trim over here, plus the padding around the wheel arch. In terms of the look, it's very similar to your Toyota, as you can imagine. Opening the tailgate, this one has the power tailgate. We are getting about 410 liters of boot space. It's actually smaller than the traditional mid to large size Subaru, let's say Forester at Outback, but it's very deep, very useful. The only thing is you can't stack anything towards the top, which is totally fine. Underneath, we get some storage and extension to drop this tray down. Nice puzzle shelf. Behind the seats, this is still very spacious. Let's step in. This is my sitting position at about 178 centimeters tall. I've got good amount of knee room. A little bit cramped on the footroom, but headroom is okay even with this panoramic sunroof on the higher version. At the back, USB charging, heated seats, and air vents. That's standard. Armrest feels quite nice. Small pockets at the back, feels good. So quality-wise, this is the full premium version. So this one does have the thing like full leather seats, where the base model will get the fabric seats instead. Overall, good amount of space, very spacious. Build quality on the doors are okay, soft material, some piano black trim over here. At the front, we have the same full leather seats on the higher trim, heated function available as well. Stepping, this is the very unique interior for sure. This is nothing like the Subaru before. The interior is really similar to the Toyota, as again you can imagine. There's a couple of differences here and there. First thing is the logo. Second thing, I think the steering quality or the leather quality is a little bit different. Again, I can't be sure. The seats are a little bit different because the one I drove is the base model Toyota. But overall, the screen is actually same screen, same system, same width. It's got wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay, which is a really nice plus. And other differences in the center is your X mode on the drive mode. Since all the Subaru Solterra sold in New Zealand are going to be all-wheel drive, you are getting two individual X mode, which is the snow and dirt, plus deep snow and mud. That's really cool. We won't be able to test it today, but it's something really cool to have. You can also engage the different driving mode from power to eco. When I drove the Toyota, I remember the Toyota only have eco or normal, which is very different. On this higher trim, you can also have the park assist, which is sort of semi-self-driving or self-parking if you want to call it. Wireless charging pad over here, center console over there. You would notice the manual bolt stays sitting here as there's no glove box, unfortunately. Small annoying thing. cup holders quite deep, and we also got the center storage for your case. You have a dividable place on the top as well, so that's certainly quite handy. Reverse camera, which is available along with the 360 camera. Only annoying thing, if you put on reverse, you'll see the ping sound, just like the Toyota. I think they're using the same system as well. Anyway, let's get on the road to see how it goes. Right off the start, first thing, for you to get used to the steering, there's quite a few things you need to consider. First thing, the seating height, and next thing is the dashboard and the steering adjustment. Unlike other Subaru cars on the road, you will need to adapt to this particular dashboard. That means your steering column is actually lower than your dashboard. You actually see through the dashboard on the top instead of in between the steering column. That's the strange part of this driving experience. Steering feels very soft, very light, and it is very small to hold. Let's quickly go through some power numbers. So all the Subaru Solterra sold in New Zealand are the same drivetrain, no difference. It's dual motor, front and rear, so that means we are getting all-wheel drive traction. The battery size on this is 71.4 kWh battery, lithium ion. And the WLTP range is untested just yet. The NEDC numbers is around 485 kilometers out of full charge. And in terms of power, front and rear motor are both 80 kilowatts each. That means we are getting combined 160 kilowatts on this particular vehicle on the peak power. Torque-wise, we are getting about 330 something for the Newton meters combined. So okay on the power, not massive amount. It's not super sporty compared to a lot of competitors, but it's a mid-range power information. Acceleration, that's pretty good, pretty solid around that corner, and handles really well. It's very light, it's agile, it isn't anywhere sporty compared to any of the, let's say you call it WRX or STI, but it's directional. I'm still going to say I'm not the biggest fan of the steering. It's still a little bit hard to get used to, as you don't know where to put your air ball. And to be fair, both air balls. That means when you go around the corner, it's totally fine, but if you're driving straight, I don't know if I should get straight line like this or get wide like this, holding the steering. You can argue it's a little bit awkward, but depends on how you approach it. For my experience, I still need more time to get used to it. But apart from that, nothing else is bad. The visibility itself is really, really good. I got large wing mirror on the side, large rear windscreen, and large dashboard and front windscreen as well. The dashboard itself, it pops up a little bit. You can see it blocks part of the vision in front of you, but you can see most of the things. It's not difficult at all. And I love how the large numbers on the dashboard looks like. You are able to change a few things on the dashboard if you wish, by clicking the buttons, going left and right to change a few settings. Otherwise, go that way. And driving on this sort of semi-rural but semi-city road, it's very, very quiet. The tires not making much noise, and it's not throwing me around the cars. You can feel the acceleration, and the overall experience is very smooth. even with these 20-inch tires, this is relatively very comfortable. And brakes. Speaking of brakes, I haven't tried the brake regeneration. Let's engage this button over here. That's your regeneration pedal basically. So if you don't engage that, the vehicle will just cruise like a petrol car. That means you are getting very minimum regeneration out of the braking. But if you do tap that button, just like the Toyota, you will get a semi-heavy braking. It's not one pedal driving, unfortunately. But you are getting a little bit off that brake regeneration, just like that. You can feel us slowing down, which is normal. There is also a ping sound, as you noticed, about the driver detection alert. That means we have this small monitor in front of the steering column. It's keeping its eye on my face. And if I do look tired, sleepy, or not looking at the right direction, it will tell me off. Right, let's try some acceleration just to see how we go. Power. That's not bad. You can see the acceleration once you get to the speed. Compared to the 150 kilowatts power I drove on the Toyota Pure, which is the base model, single motor, these felt a little bit faster, not by much, not by a lot margin, I suppose. I'm assuming the Toyota all-wheel drive will perform just like this in terms of acceleration and handling. And I do apologize, I'm gonna mention Toyota BZ4X a lot in this video, since they are just really identical in a lot of aspects. But I'm pretty sure Subaru has its uniqueness in terms of these two choices. At the end of the day, it's your choice, depends on which brand you like and which small features or value you like under both brands. Anyway, we're cruising along the motorway, just relaxing. Very minimal noise. I will here say I'm getting a little bit wind noise from the wind mirror and also the glass. Chassis noise, not much. And since we're on motorway, we got tons of safety technologies, adaptive cruise control, vehicle lane assistance, speed sign recognition, which is all available on this vehicle if you need that in any situation. You will hear a small whining noise at the low speed or while you are cruising, while you are accelerating. Again, very small amount, not heavy. Acceleration on motorway, pretty fast. There are 3 different driving modes if you're interested. Power is the sporty one. You get the normal, which don't really give you a name at all. Then you get eco, that's the minimum sort of accelerator performance. It's certainly very relaxing to drive. It's nice to cruise, nice to travel. At the same time, you're able to do some off-road if you need to, of course. It's very rare for EV to concentrate on the all-wheel drive performance or capability, but this car is one of the exceptions. You are getting a whopping 210 millimeters ground clearance. That ground clearance is actually a lot more than the Toyota BZ4X. That's a major difference between these two cars at the same time. And it's only just a little bit shorter than the Subaru Forester Outback. Since we're not moving, let's quickly go through some of the material quality. On the top, squeegee material, you get a fabric finish over here, just like the Toyota, which is quite cool actually. I like that. It's not too cheap either. On the top, small design over there. The panel on the top, a little bit plasticky. Overall, pretty good. Leather finish on the steering are very nice. I love that. Buttons on the steering are quite good too. That's maybe a little bit different from the Toyota. I remember the Toyota might be on the right. Hopefully I'm not wrong. The indicator, the windscreen wiper stock is like the Toyota. The screen buttons, there are some quick direct buttons for your aircon, which is always quite handy. Yeah, so overall, pretty good interior for the quality, for the price. Alright, hopefully we can try some acceleration over here. Let's do a quick boost. 1, 2, 3. The initial acceleration is definitely there. After that, it's sort of a little bit quiet. It's all a little bit sort of slowed down for some reason. Right, we have no one behind us. On here, let's do a small acceleration. Yeah, even going downhill, it isn't much of a sporty vehicle in any way. The whole acceleration is just really smooth. It's gauging, but nothing thrilling on the pedal or on the passenger seats, I would say. Handles, pretty good. There's a small amount of body roll. And picking up the speed is actually pretty easy on the first sort of acceleration. I guess it's just after the 60 km/h on the motorway, on the speed, the acceleration sort of slowed down a little bit on the last 20 km into the 100. Alright, let's do a U-turn over here. Wow, the turning circle is very nice actually, very easy, just like the Toyota. It's certainly not too bad on the U-turn. I love the turning circle. The turning circle is definitely way smaller than the car dimension suggests. I'd thought the turning circle would be really bad on this car. Let's do another acceleration over here. 1, 2, 3. This time was a little bit better. Wasn't too bad, to be fair. Again, on the first sort of 20 to 50, felt quite strong. After that, it's a bit slowed down just by time limit. You can feel it in the vehicle. I don't think you can pick up on the camera though. Overall, it's acceptable for the car driving of this. So yeah, overall I think beautiful car for the drive. It's smooth. It might be the boring side on the EV driving. It's not as exciting as some other EVs on the market. But for the price, I guess it's totally acceptable. And being an all-wheel drive vehicle, this is also quite good for the EV world if you need that all-wheel drive, performance or capability. It's pretty much all I wish to talk about on the Subaru Solterra in New Zealand right-hand drive. Hope you enjoyed the contents. If you do, don't forget to subscribe and like. That would be really helpful for the channel. As always, I'll see you in the next video.